Hey everybody, how's it going? Just gonna put something on Facebook. Folks know I'm here. Huh? Okay, here we go. All right. The Alrighty. So how are we doing out there? Hi. How you doing? What is new? Just give me. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to message for somebody. Fun. Okay. Look who's here. Hi, Suanne. Good. Hi, Elizabeth. Good. It's nice that we can chat, right? This is eminently easier than Facebook. I have to tell you, taking Facebook videos and uploading them to YouTube is a pain, an ordeal. It takes like 45 minutes. It's a real mess. Versus YouTube videos that can just be click a button and you share it and it's done. Hey, Rosemary, how are you? Sorry I'm late. In terms of the laptop, needed some last minute updates, which is always fun when you're watching that unfold. And the dog goes outside, decides to come inside. Just go lay down, Noah. We're done. Go lay down. You're done. Give you a treat. Go. So, how are we doing out there? I'm going to get on board and we're going to start. We will start away. Let's move this back a little. That's better. Sure, why not? Okay, how is everyone's week going? It has been a long week. The readings. You know, I gotta say, I don't know what's going on that people want advice, ask for advice, you give advice, or you give a reading, and then they do the absolute opposite, and then want to know if it's all gonna be okay when it all just blows up. And you just sit there and say, what? What? Really? So that's been fun. Strange shit. I don't even know how even. Someone came in the shop today. The young man let me know that he tried to stab himself to death a couple days earlier. Wound up in the hospital. I'm like, what? What made you think to do that? And he just said, oh, the voices told me. I'm like, okay. I gotta say, uptick in schizophrenic behavior, absolute psychosis, all over the place. Walking into the shop, walking down the street. From what I hear from other people in mental services, it's been wild for that. So really, one thing I always said was I had no trouble with the 6-foot rule because when I worked in mental health and then later into a shelter, you're told swing room. Make sure you should have enough room there. Someone says the roundhouse here. You are further enough back that you can get out of the way. You should never be in someone's space. And so I'm going to give that advice to you as well. Keep distance. Know where the exits are. Be alert. I always tell my kids, be alert. Take notice of what's going on around you. So I'm going to pass it on to all of you, dear people, because people are starting to snap, frankly. Hey, Miss Fancy. Anybody else seeing this out there? Seeing some absolute psychotic behavior over the top? Not your normal crazy, but crazy done well? Anything? I'm not making fun. It's just, wow. Addiction issues, overdoses, the whole, that's just keeps on rolling there. Yeah. Okay. Just be careful. Just be careful. You want to be on the receiving end of that. All right. Well, I don't want to go right into everything. Hey, Robin. How you doing? Yeah, it's our month, baby. We're just in the middle of it. We're still feeling our way through Pisces season. And speaking of Pisces season, we have a new moon tonight in Pisces. Actually, it'll be 2:22 a.m. tomorrow, technically, tomorrow morning. What's kind of cool about this new moon, it is the absolute almost opposite of our previous new moon in Aquarius. Why Aquarius? Is a fixed sign. And the fixed signs and have a my way or the highway. They don't. Hey, Paul, it's okay. I was late too, honey. Fixed signs don't tend to give. There's all wiggle room. Pisces is all about the wiggle room. We're just like, boundaries love boundaries. Come on now, Somebody was telling me that the Pisces, I did a reading today, was dating a Virgo and how that went tragically bad. But the challenge there with Pisces and Virgo, and it's something you can't make that work, but you're talking about someone who clearly wants to color inside the lines and someone who doesn't even see the lines. So there's the challenge there. What are you doing? You're mean today. You've been mean. Yeah, don't even eyeball me. Don't even. What's up with you? Just nasty. Huh? What? Don't look at me. Don't even. Hello? 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 No? No. Anywho, back to the new moon. Oh, the new moon is also a stellium in Pisces. So the sun, the moon, Venus, and Neptune, all in Pisces. So anyone who does have a strong Pisces element is going to feel this very strongly. All of us Pisces, sun and moon people. And people with a lot of planets in your 12th house, particularly the sun, the moon, the big planets, are going to feel this new moon too. It's all about the healing. It's all about going deep into healing. Well, interesting that people are, and I think about it, having psychotic episodes, because that usually is what precedes the hospital, right? The next step is usually inpatient. So off the chart. Wow. Yeah, the violence. Oh yes. Okay, so we have self-harming, but we have, yes. Okay. You can lose yourself in this. Venus is conjoining Neptune. Conjoining means next to, right? I mean, it's conjunct, excuse me. Because it's Pisces and there's no hard aspects here, you're not going to feel compelled to do anything. But after everything we've been through, this Capricorn energy and the fixed energy of Aquarius, this idea of just being fluid, just kind of going along a little bit, chilling, what we do best, frankly. We chill and everybody else chills too, right? However, there's a combination going on. The waxing trine, Mars, Gemini, Saturn, Aquarius, figuring out how to turn ideas into action. Saturn kind of works his magic and gets everyone to slow down and pick a direction, which is good. Saturn's really good at that. Focus, focus. And we have a lot of intuition, following our intuition. And so the best way to experience this new moon in Pisces is to embrace relaxing, peaceful activities, reducing your stress, walking along the ocean. That's the best way to celebrate Pisces season anyway. But taking a bath, cleaning your auras, taking a shower, spending time alone. And it's also a time of kindness, tolerance, and patience. So that's Pisces way. So there we have the new moon. Yeah, feels crowded. I'm going to say yes to that. Had a few readings where people came through and you could feel it. I mean, literally the air just dropped the temperature, and yep, absolutely. Oh, they're coming right through. And what? Yeah. Okay. So, I think in general the collective is angry and getting frustrated. And we had, of course, this wonderful spring weather this week, which was fantastic. I mean, it was like in the 50s, in some places the 60s, after being in the 20s. So it just felt like, a shot of adrenaline. But I think the frustration of the masks and the mandates it's really starting to wear thin. So there's that too. And I think people, as they lose their patience, they get more aggressive. And that's what we're seeing. And you have no excuse because you don't wear a mask. Don't be aggressive. Don't be aggressive. Do not be aggressive. Don't. Anyways, what else is going on, guys? Looking at the comments here. Anybody want to talk about anything? Because I don't know that there's a lot to say right now. There really isn't. There's so much going on. And what are you going to do? What can we do about it? Anything? Anybody? This is the time. I know a lot of you are watching, but you don't comment because you don't either don't have a YouTube account, which is free, by the way, but you do need to like and follow. Please do like and follow the page. Tomorrow I have a fair going on. I have Christine. Yay, gardening. I have Christine who does the Tree of Life Tarot, which is a really fascinating Kabbalistic tarot layout, and she gives you a really neat handout. It's not your typical tarot, but if you want something different that is very insightful into the direction of what you've learned and where you're going, and I found it, well, obviously she's reading at the store, so I was impressed with her audition. She made a couple of predictions in terms of things that she saw moving in a direction. I didn't say anything, but she was a little crazy. They did happen that way, so I was impressed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, everything is coming around. So, what else can I? Protection. Hey, Wendy. I'm going to say the same thing holds true. I've been talking about a lot about protection, but the idea of protecting your heart chakra with a stone or an emblem. Hi. Something, again, I should cover this space right here where you would say the Pledge of Allegiance. This is your heart chakra. Even some protection oil. A little drop of that right there. But you want a stone or something to fall right here. Like I always say, Mongolian shamans wear a plate covering this area. Salt baths are wonderful. Salt across your doorways. Keep it out of your home after you sage, after you smudge. Realize you've got to do it more than once a year. Smudging and saging and cleansing is something that's ongoing. You don't have to always use sage or Palo Santo or Santa Yerba. You can use music. You can use drums. There's all different ways to clear space. Please investigate those. And then once you clear space, you keep the energy high by making sure that you do watch positive TV or shows, that you keep the music on the positive. Um, I like metal. Always did. But there is a type of death metal. It's very discordant, and it's chaotic, and it brings in that energy. Anything that is gonna, if you've got an addict living in your home, someone who's clinically depressed living in your home, someone who's prone to rage attacks, you're gonna find that just brings that energy back in. The low level energies feed off of it. They like the chaos. So you keep your energy high, you don't get sick as much, you fight things off faster, your house stays clearer. And I always give this example. Oh, sorry. Try frankincense. Yale did a study. Frankincense, just either get oil or get some resin or a good stick incense, and just frankincense uplifts. Um, does help. It helps lift. Doesn't cure. We just stop using words like that. By the way, it helps it to uplift. Hey, Sean, how you doing? You must be getting excited with the new job coming up. That's like the best news this week for that to happen. And so, what else can you do? You can set wards. You can, and these are all things I talk about. And if you want, and again, I always usually leave my email here. Come on now, here. I send these out email me at lenhart@comcast.net and just put in the subject line cleansing clearing papers. I will send those to you. Yeah. Oh, it's true. If you've ever been in a house, if you've been looking at homes, and there was a house where there's been a divorce, a death, you can feel the energy's low. If you've ever been into a bar, and got there just after a fight broke up, you can feel the air is still vibrating with that energy. You don't have to tell you, you'll know something went on there. Hey, Patty. Yeah. So, you just want to keep that clear. And it is a constant, it's a continual effort. It's what you bring in the house, what you're consuming, what's playing on your radio, what's on your TV screens. You're welcome, sweetie. So that's a big part of it. And then, of course, making sure your house smells nice and good food, good healthy food. Been a lot of upticks in defiant behavior. It's an actual syndrome or illness. It's part of something larger, but a lot of defiant behavior amongst very young kids. What you're talking about up here with the kids coming into the school with the razor blades and throwing the punches. We're talking about 7-year-olds, just going off. And of course, they're very plugged in. They have iPads and they have their phones at 7, 6 years old. They're playing video games. And like many people, I wonder, as we cancel books and and it's fine to do that, by the way. The Dr. Seuss thing, those 6 books, he apologized for writing back when he was still alive. Those were 6 books that he was embarrassed of. No one's read those books. They're not his popular books. They're books he wrote, and they've simply been taken off out of publication, period. And they are racist. If you read about it, I posted something on Facebook. They really were racist books. Where it gets dicey is that the group that led the charge to remove them also promotes competing books for Dr. Seuss. So you got to wonder about motives all the time. But the fact is, Dr. Seuss himself, when still alive, one of those books gone, and they were gone. It's just now they're really, really, like, now you'll never get to see those books. So it's not quite the same as book burning. It's not a witch hunt. And I saw what the books were, and yes, they were racist. the images were racist, they needed to go. So we can put that one down. Pepe Le Pew, I'm kind of like, on the fence about, but the Dr. Seuss thing is really okay. But I was going somewhere with that. I just totally lost my train of thought. Cancel culture. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. It has been nuts. Talking about kids, talking about what we're seeing, what we're looking at, what we're reading, what we're canceling, and yet you have to wonder about these ever more graphic, ever more violent, ever more sexual. Some of them, these video games where the kids are just, it's bad. And so, we'll say that doesn't affect the kids, but if advertisers spend, what is it, how many millions for a minute of airtime during the Super Bowl? So you're saying that minute of airtime will affect people's purchasing power, but spending hours upon hours upon hours in war games, and that doesn't affect, that doesn't even make sense. Of course it does, it has to. So this idea of just being very cavalier about violence and bloodshed, I mean, watch these videos, they're nasty. I mean, they're graphically nasty videos. So yeah, thank you. But I mean, we could make a list of the books that really were. And I honestly, do we need to leave some of that stuff around so we can see how far we've come? Do we need to, with a warning on it that, I mean, I don't know. Is Huck Finn, does that need to go away? Does Tom Sawyer need to go away? Well, and I can't even address that here. I'm not even going to try to address that here. I'm just going to say that in terms of Dr. Seuss, which is all over the internet, I'm going to say it needs to go. And mostly because they are children's books, and children shouldn't see those images. Okay? But I'll say again, they also shouldn't see people being blown up, or cars driving over them, or whatever else they're seeing. So I think if we're going to be careful, let's be careful. If we're going to create a healthy environment, create a real healthy environment. And address things like the food that our kids are eating. That's a huge part of it. The processed foods. I was talking to a teacher, and just how it, listen, we know the human growth hormone that's in the milk, that's in the dairy products. These kids are going through puberty so young. I mean, I've driven my kids to school forever. I mean, these kids have guts on them. I just like, they're really out of shape, and they're too young for that. So I just, add the makeup, add the hair, add everything else, and you're just like, holy God. These very young girls are looking much older and they're behaving much older because, again, the influence, we see the Kardashians, we see the social influencers, I guess is what they're called. And it was never meant to be 11, 12, 13-year-old kids, 14-year-old kids watching this stuff. So I just, I used to watch TV with my kids and I would turn it off. They knew that about me. But it's, the busier you get, the harder it is to control the content. And it's just so easy. So I'm just ranting here. I'm rambling, really, because I don't have any answers either. Any good answers, except I talk to mothers who simply limit the phone time. They limit it. They take the phone away, physically remove it. And they're outside. They're taking their kids out. They do it with their kids. They go on the bikes with their kids. They hike with the kids, take a walk with the kids, get the dogs on leashes, head to the beach with the kids. And that's part of having kids. You don't really get to have a lot of alone time until they're in bed. Wear them out so they go to bed early, and then you get some time alone. Part of the deal, guys. Anyway, what else is going on? But gardening is a great thing with kids. Feed them a piece of gardening. Build a little raised bed for them. Give them a space. Let them dig it up. Let them plant. That is healthy. So Yeah, we were just talking that. People, well, what do you think, guys? Good week? Bad week? Exhausting week? Weekends are tough on me. I put in a lot of hours on the weekend, a lot of time on my feet. So I'm up early. I have readings before I open the shop, readings after I close the shop, and I'm usually trying to run errands even earlier than that. So anyway, yeah, I talked about the new moon in Pisces. There you go. I think sometimes self-control is important, and that's what gets everyone else in line. We have to. If we're losing control, if we're going off, then we have to expect that that's going to throw the whole house off too. Vivid dreams. Yep. Getting a lot of calls on that. A lot of requests to decipher dreams. And the thing about dreams is that dreams are how we process information and look for solutions when our brain is shut off in sleep. So the logical part of our brain is asleep. What the hell is that? You see that? What the hell is that floating around? Is that weird or what? What was that? Yes. Okay. So unless you have prophetic dreams, and people do, you dream something and then it happens. Well, you have prophetic dreams. That's how one of the ways that maybe you divine or see the future. But for most of us, dreams and nightmares are the way that when logic is turned off and the most illogical, things that could never happen, crazy things, right? But we have these in dreams, and that's the way we problem solve through it. It sounds, and our fears and our hopes also come through. I remember being pregnant with my first child, having dreams that the baby came and he was like that big, and I kept losing him. I kept losing my little tiny baby. And that's a common dream for pregnant women to have, because the fear that they're somehow going to hurt the child, not be up to the task of being a mother for for a first time mom. It's a common dream that you're going to somehow do something and the baby's going to be gone. So that's an example of something that you're not going to have a baby this big. That's not logical, but the reason for it is just going through and processing all the things that could go wrong. Yep. Well, I've had some pretty horrific nightmares that I didn't really appreciate, but dreams are okay. All right, guys. I guess that's about all I can say. There's also been a lot of animosity on social media. I've taken a step back. Something I don't usually do. I deleted some posts. We're just getting a little too angry, a little too insulting, frankly. And not of me, just of a situation. There's no reason for it. Yeah. Oh, a lot of shadow work. You're right. And people talk about shadow work, and I know it's a big topic on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm not making fun. Not making fun, but it's not something you want to really put on TikTok, frankly. If you're in the midst of it, it's pretty much it's 12th house shit. It's isolating, and it's cold, and it's hard, and it's really dealing with your shit, dredging it up, going deep into the root chakra. Oh God, no, no, honey, you did not say anything wrong. No one. It's just, what is this shit? And who is this person? Love trolls. Not. Um. Anyway, way to throw off a conversation. No. Who the freak is on my? Who the hell is this? Leave the chat, please. Leave the chat. I don't know who you are, but okay, guys. How do I deal with this? Because this is new for me. Yay. Okay, you probably need to go. Thank you for that. Wow. Who you are. A couple people I can think of. Why don't you give us your real name, sweetie? You've got a lot to say. Why don't you identify yourself? It'd be nice to have your real name. Okay. So, you got a lot to say, my friend. Use your name. Let's. Who are you? That can all be deleted, I'm sure. So, I'm just watching. It's like, how long are we gonna? How long can we do this for? This is new. In all my years, I've been doing this for like 3 years. I've never had to block Will because I've never had an asshole on my freaking comment thread trolling me, frankly. Actually, I probably won't need to learn because I don't really get disrespected like this. I appreciate you. Wow. Mm-hmm. Sucks right now because no one can talk. What a shame. Okay. Trash took itself out. All right. That was fun. And thank you for everybody who did that. I've never had to deal with it before. So I'm going to throw cards, and let's start with Aries. I guess it is time for a moderator, guys. Okay. Sure. Aries. Four of Wands. The Three of Wands reversed. I never tell. I don't celebrate my birthday, Sean. Four of Coins reversed. The Queen of Coins reversed. The Queen of Wands. And the Moon reversed. Okay. Aries. Four of Wands is a great card. It's celebrating achievement in work, creative achievement, opportunities coming in. That it's actually they've come in, and now it's time to celebrate those things. What I love is after all these weeks we've been talking about thanks. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm doing exactly what you said. It's not working. Hmm. Sorry, guys. Oh, Will, aren't you? Fuck you, asshole. Seriously. Fuck you. Get out of here. Okay, we're good, guys. Nothing he writes will be shown now. Okay, we're good. So, getting back to Aries, and thank you. After so many weeks of Aries not knowing what to do in terms of making money off something that they love doing, the whole idea of the frustration um, of that, we're seeing a very different energy coming in for Aries. That is the Queen of Wands, Moon reverse, things being revealed. The need to make money doing what you love to do is there, but somehow this idea of it's like it's all coming together. Four of Coins reverse. You know what you got to do to make money. You know you've got a plan in place, and it's a working plan, which I love. Saran, thank you. I was thinking that as I'm going. This is exactly the energy we were talking about earlier. This awful, pervasive, sort of defiant disorder. What was the purpose of that? I mean, anyway, very strange. But I would like to know who that was because that was weird. Anyway, I'm going to say for Aries that there is a celebration, that there is an opportunity not just being thought about, but actually being put in motion. And Queen of Wands, I love that card. Wands are fire, actually, and this is someone doing something that they're respected for doing, that they're enjoying doing. And it's just like it all just lines up for Aries. I'm gonna throw one more card. Six of Swords reversed. Okay. It possibly is something you can do out of the house. It certainly is something you have to go far to do. Something that's close to home. Much better Zika than that. Okay? So I gotta say for Aries, after so many weeks of frustrating readings where it's just like how, and when, there you go. Looks good. Okay? Mm-hmm. You know what it is? There was no block. It was remove user, and whatever. There's a whole list of things you could do. Maybe each one gives you something different. It didn't say block though, but it was remove comments and they can't be seen. So anyway, Taurus, we have the Two of Coins reversed. We have the High Priestess and the Temperance. The Five of Wands reversed, the Three of Coins, and the Five of Swords. So, for Taurus, when I look at these cards, and I always say the signs that are conjunct, there's always a similarity, but there's a twist. Here I would see more about investment, High Priestess, Temperance, certainly an end to money juggling, a clear place to invest money. Tired of going on and on about it. And I want to say in this case, looking to outside help, the Five of Swords, sort of to just go over and check off the boxes that what you're doing is what you should be doing. Okay. It was not. I'm sorry to say, Sean, but what it looks like it'd be like a great idea, ready to invest, ready to make it a happen, make it a thing. Then it's the last step is letting someone else eyeball it, letting someone else look at the contract or the business plan or the vision statement. That's what I had for my business. Before you make that final investment. And I got to say, it looks like a good plan to me. So, Taurus, whatever you're thinking of doing, moving forward, however you want to spend money or invest money, if you want to like redo your kitchen, or if you're starting a part-time job or a new business, or even in terms of investing in your kids' education, it just deals with investing money. Um, Possibly a life insurance policy. I don't know, anything that's to investing money, good planning, sound investment. Just that last step of letting someone else take a look at the papers, making sure that it's okay. Just and it's professional opinion, by the way. So it's not just your neighbor, significant other, but someone who really knows what they're doing and can give you an objective opinion. We're good. Thank you. I'm good. Let's move past it because I sure want to. That is really the first time. I think I had one person made an off-color comment in all this time. I've never had to deal with trolls. So, oh well. Okay. Gemini, Six of Wands, the Nine of Swords reversed, Ten of Swords, Ace of Coins reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of contradictions here for Gemini. Of course, the Six of Wands is a great card. It's advancement, it's creative advancement, it's moving forward in a very strong way, very confident way. The Nine of Swords reversed is the end of anxiety. But the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Coins reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed. It does make me think of, say, my brother who came to a very difficult decision. Was the end of anxiety once you make that decision, though. Okay, I'm looking at this. So anyways, getting back to Gemini, I'm trying to look at comments. I'm trying to do this too. It's a bad idea. The decision to have this major back surgery would be like this, making decisions, end of anxiety, we're going forward with it. But then there's the pain, the recovery. Again, Ace of Wands reverse, Ace of Coins reverse, the Ten of Swords, huge pain. I mean, bad pain. But then we see the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like, make a decision. Once you make the decision, the anxiety is gone. I've made this decision. I'm going through with it. Go through with it, and then you can come out the other end of the tunnel. And that's what Gemini is doing. It's coming out the other end of the tunnel after all this has happened. And I'm going to say, if you're not out of the tunnel yet, Gemini, you certainly can see the light. Okay? Now, like I always say, not every Gemini is dealing with this. So again, ask yourself, do you have a sibling? Do you have a child? Do you have someone you're close to, your best friend, your parents, someone you know who's dealing with this? Because very often, that's what's on your mind. Like the live, I mean. Oh, please like it. Sure. Thank you. Like and share and follow. But all you guys, I'm preaching to the choir here. It's tough too because the Facebook lives, I had like 1,400 people looking at that, and I had major comments, like 900 comments every time I did it. You're Taurus. All right. Cancer. The King of Swords. The Five of Cups reversed. The Four of Swords. the Nine of Cups reversed, the Death card, and the Eight of Cups. Cancer. Well, not the happiest cards. King of Swords in this case would be using your logic. This is about using pure logic. The King of Swords is just, these are the facts, this is how it is. Swords are air, so it could be a male who's an air sign, but it's using that energy. The Five of Cups reversed has you moving on past something difficult. Having cried over spilt milk, you're moving forward. And again, there's a sense of relief in that. Like, similar energy to the last reading. There's a relief in knowing I've moved on. But moving on was tough and has its own repercussions. The Nine of Cups card, the Death card, and the Eight of Cups. So this is like, and again, another thing I hear a lot in the readings these past few weeks. Difficult relationship, but you live with somebody. And ending the relationship means now I got to move. Okay? So, yeah, you did it and there's a relief. Okay, it's over, but now it's finding a new place to live. Eight of Cups, leaving home. So and there is no fixing that part of it. You know, you don't get to have half of it fixed. It really is, once you knock over that first domino, they all go down. Well, this is that whole house of cards that, yeah, but wow, it's a lot. Now, does that mean every Cancer is leaving home after an ending? No, it doesn't. Cancer, what's going on in your peripheral? What's happening in your friendship, group, your family? Is somebody dealing with this? It's going to be okay. They're going to find a place to live. They are going to leave. That decision has been made. It's not fair. Justice reversed. Very often, two people invest in a piece of property or a rental apartment. And don't be sorry. Leo said that. Don't be sorry. I was trying to. No. I'm just trying to stay on the cards for a second. That's all. And it's hard not to read the comments as they're coming through. There's a sense of it being very unfair. Cancer, it's like, well, why do I have to go? You know? Someone else behaves badly, and it's up to you to make the changes and be inconvenienced and put the money out to make a move. But that's the way it is. I don't know it is unfair. This is, as mother would say, you got to grab the shitty end of the stick. You're getting the short end there. The good news is you made a decision and it's over. You're not dealing with that anymore. Okay, Leo. Second. Oh, you're fun. Okay, Leo. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. I can't win today, man. This is ridiculous. The Knight of Wands reversed. The King of Coins. The King of Wands reversed. The Empress and the Two of Swords reversed. I'm going to kill somebody. It might be you. Come here. Orlando. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. Wait a second. This is too much fun. You give him a peanut or something. I'm going to kill you. What is wrong with you? What is this all about? Really? Break for me today, huh? Okay. Well, that was fun. Sorry, guys. Okay, Leo. Start off with the Seven of Swords reversed. The Nine of Wands reversed. And the King of Coins. To me, this is Leo at their most vulnerable. Talking themselves out of doing something, an advancement, moving forward, telling themselves that they don't know enough, that they're not ready for it yet, really being their own worst enemy. The King of Wands reversed. The decision for Leo also could be impacting family. Not just that you're not ready to do it, but you don't have the time to do it. Okay. Um, and that makes sense. Whether you're a mother or a father, advancement, more work, more hours. You got to balance family life. You got to balance relationship. You got to balance other things. It's truly two of swords reversed, rock in a hard place, but choosing rock or hard place. In this instance, I'm going to say, hmm, I'm going to say Leo might. It's the Hangman. Might just wait. The Hangman is delayed gratification. So in this instance, Leo might be talking sense to herself. It's not time yet. It's too soon. I've got too much of other things going on. I can't go to school right now. I can't take that training right now. I can't take on a new territory or advancement that requires travel right now. I just can't. It's okay. You're not going anywhere. You're not losing your job. It's just making a decision to say, the Hangman, delayed gratification, putting things off, doing things for the greater good. Um, in this particular deck I'm using, it's the see that, but this card is the Christ on the cross, which is the ultimate, you know, greater good, sacrificing what you want for a higher good. It's okay, you'll get what you want later, but in this instance, it looks as though Leo certainly, if they don't delay it, they certainly are thinking hard about it and whether they should or not. Cards are saying maybe it would be too much at this time. Okay. Virgo. Thank you. I gotta tell you guys too, I am one of those people, I can work any software program you put in front of me. But as far as the hardware goes, and things like elves on wheels could make these things work. I really have no idea how the computer works, how it's loaded up. I'm like, someone else has to do all that for me. Um, I, yeah. So I do have to say, like, even trying to get things like that, like a block, I don't think about it because I've never had to use it before. So it's never been something I've worried about. Not the most proactive of me, but I just never even occurred to me to have a moderator, to have, because it's in like three years. I've been doing these now for almost 3 years. It's never been an issue. So, Virgo, what do we got going on here? We have the Lovers, the Nine of Coins, what is this? This is the Judgment reversed, Coins reversed, Six of Cups, the Eight of Wands reversed, and the Emperor. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the Lovers is great because that means living in a state of love, loving what you're doing, loving who you're with, loving. Because there's Coins and Wands cards in here, I'm going to say it's probably loving the job. Knight of Coins reversed and the Judgment card reversed. Six of Cups. Six of Cups is leaving home, is moving. Okay? Cards are saying you got to focus on work. That's the Eight of Wands reversed. That is focus on work, clearly. And the Emperor. This is what matters the most right now. It looks as if, God, this was a theme in a lot of readings where people were like dealing with, work and move. Babies being born, family having issues, new responsibilities at work. I mean, it's just the plate is piled high and then it's piled higher. In this case, it really is like, okay, starting a new job, things are lining up, but now I got to handle a move. I've got to handle the expense of that. I've got to, if there's a commute involved, or maybe I need a new car for the commute. There's an expense involved, and yet the cards are saying, don't worry about it, just focus on the job. Don't worry about that. It'll sort itself out. And the Emperor card here is insinuating that you can handle all of this. But it just looks like, oh wow, yay, this is great. Everything's gonna be good. Oh shit, I'm gonna need, new clothes for this job. Oh, I'm gonna need, you know, a new car. I'm going to need look possibly to move, relocate eventually. Just had a reading earlier today. It's someone's looking for a job. It's significantly away from where they live, and that'll be fine for a short time. But they're going to move closer to where the job is if they get this job. It's just too far to commute for a great length of time. That's what I'm seeing here for Virgo. Okay, but I love that Emperor card. Love the Lover's card. It's all good. There's nothing negative there. Just stuff to deal with, and Virgo is eminently suited to dealing with stuff that they do best. God is in the details. Virgo is all about the details. There you go. Awesome, Sean. Cool. Okay. Libra. 6 of Coins. The Hierophant. The 7 of Cups. Strength reversed. 3 of Cups reversed. Page of Coins. Well, looking at these cards, 6 of Coins is great. It's bonus money coming in. Sometimes it's a baby. Weird that's a coin card, but it can sometimes mean an unexpected pregnancy. In this case, I don't think so. This is more about bonus money coming in, something that you weren't expected. It's a boon, basically, a gift. The Hierophant and the 7 of Cups. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, really, I'm not in the mood. You're picking the wrong night, bird. It reminds me of a job that you don't like, all right? But you're really good at it, and they keep promoting you, and they keep giving money to you, but yet you are doing a job you don't like. It reminds me of the episode of Friends when Chandler was trying to quit his job and actually quit his job, and his boss kept calling and like, stop throwing money back, stop throwing numbers at me. And of course he took the job because the guy offered him a private office, but it was done. He had a private office and like triple his salary. And but that's what this reminds me of for Libra. It's like, I don't want to be doing this anymore. And then you get a bonus, and then you get a raise on top of the bonus, and then you get a new title, and then you get a company car, and you're like, I don't want to be doing this. But you know what? You don't shoot the goose when it's laying golden eggs, right? You don't leave the job when the money's coming through. Or do you? I don't know. How unhappy are you? 3 of Cups reversed. It could be impacting your relationship. It could be Strength reversed, 3 of Cups reversed. It could be coming on the heels of a breakup. It could be something that would be the last straw. I'm not sure I really see it that way, but there's an emotional cost here, okay, for Libra. But my God, Page of Coins, 6 of Coins, Hierophant, great cards. Great cards for money. Doing what you do, what you probably do well. And you don't like it at all, or there's some element of it that you don't like, that or maybe you're just tired of it, but again, it's a tough one. All right, Scorpio, what you got? You can go on Marketplace real soon, bird. You keep going. Cockatoo for free. Keep screaming. Anywho, Scorpio, Queen of Cups, the Fool, the Devil, the Star, the 8 of Swords reversed, and the 3 of Swords. That is some fucked up cards. So of course we have Major Arcana and Minor Arcana cards, and usually there's only 22 of the major cards. There's the whole suit, 4 suits of the minor. Major cards being like chapter titles in a book, and here we see 3 Major Arcana right here in a 6-card spread. So we see the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is actually an emotional, spiritual female. It's that energy, that feminine, motherly, kind energy. And we see the Fool that's moving forward, making new decisions, making choices. I'm going to say broad brushstroke on these. This could be someone getting pregnant, losing a baby. And I hate saying that because if you're a Scorpio who's expecting a baby, that's the last thing I want you to see. But just for the interest of, in the interest of education, that's what these cards could mean. All right, I've only done that a couple of times. I don't like that element because I don't want someone sitting there who's pregnant thinking, "Oh my God, I'm going to lose my baby." That's not okay. Don't personalize it like that. Okay, like I always say, like every Gemini is not going through a surgery. Not every, don't do that. That's why I don't read children under the age of 16. This is why because they take everything very black and white. You tell a kid you're reading their poem and it's like, oh, I'm seeing musical talent. Like, oh, I play the guitar. Well, it looks like you're very good at it. And I think you'll be doing it all your life. Well, they hear that like, okay, I have to play the guitar the rest of my life. And it's like, no, that's not what I said, but that's how they hear it. It could just be something you do for the rest of your life, or music is in your life. Doesn't mean that that's going to be your life. But with kids and teenagers, everything's very black and white. So don't let this be black and white. Don't let readings, do that to you. Because that's not fun at all. All right, Queen of Cups, the Fool, moving forward, spirituality moving forward. The Star is one of your best cards in the deck. So we see this great lineup of wonderful movements spiritually, motherly, nurturing, coming up against the Devil, Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords reversed. This really is looking at a very toxic, heartbreaking situation and choosing a higher path, choosing to go the spiritual route, choosing to see the positive here. And the Eight of Swords reverses the end of anxiety. So if, Scorpio, you're dealing with something that is truly toxic, truly heartbreaking, watching someone crash and burn, that's like the hardest thing to do. When you love somebody and you have to watch them, and you can't keep saving them, you can't keep enabling. That's hard. That is, as a parent, that's the hardest thing you can do. Because we want to fix things for our kids. We don't want them to suffer. And this really is Scorpio watching someone really screw up and saying, I'm going to just have faith that it's going to wind up for the better. Like they're going to get at the end of the tunnel and it's going to be okay. And they are. I mean, I'm looking at the Eight of Swords, the end of anxiety, but it really is about letting go and approaching this from a higher place, understanding that everyone has lessons to learn and you can't interfere with their lessons. It also could be a very toxic, difficult situation at work. Maybe you work with people who just aren't very nice at all, just really awful people. But you just sail above that. You're not letting it touch you. That's the best analogy for this reading. Scorpio, whatever's going on, it ain't touching you. Okay? Because it's here and you're here. You're not getting into the tar pit. You're sailing over it. All right? It's okay because this too shall pass. It's passing soon too. This is a short-term reading, but even if it wasn't, the cards are indicating it's about to be over. And a lot of times readings are about validation. Just knowing, like, oh, that is how it feels, or I am dealing with that right now. Hey, Janice, how are you? Bird, killing me. So, anyway. All right, Scorp. So we got Sagittarius. Sag, we see the Seven of Wands reversed, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands reversed, the Hermit reversed, the Four of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Wands. Now, broad brushstroke, looking at these cards, my first thing is someone who's choosing to not go to school, but go to work. Someone who's making that decision to not go on the training, but to continue doing something that they really enjoy doing, or choosing not to go away, but stay close to someone that they love. Okay, that's the broad brushstroke here for Sag. Um, Looking at it deeper, however, the Seven of Wands reverse is usually choosing not to go to school, not to get training, or dropping out of school. I've seen a lot of that too. Start broke the camel's back. The Ten of Wands reversed. It really does look like the Two of Cups, the Hermit reversed. It really looks like someone who's in school, started school, and said, "No, nope, this is not what I want to do. I want to travel, Knight of Wands. I want to work." Nothing lazy here. It's about being lazy. This is about saying, this isn't what I want. I don't want to do 4 years of this. I don't want this. I don't want this. That's what the cards are saying. Four of Cups reversed is good because it's I know what I want. The Four of Cups upright is, what do I want emotionally? It's reversed. I know what I want. I want freedom. And I can't do this in a school setting. I want to do it myself. I need to be alone to figure this out. Now, what else could it be? Well, again, anytime somebody is striking out on their own, it's Sagittarius saying I need to be on my own. I love the Two of Cups in here because I don't think you're really alone. I think if you're alone, it's from a business standpoint or a work standpoint, looks like the relationship is solid. It's a good friendship, a partnership. And maybe you plan on leaving school, you're not going to finish, you can go into business with a friend or someone's offering you a position. That just looks better for you than spending time in school or a training program or a certificate program or, a trade school. Just not what you want to do. Okay? And we have Capricorn. All right, Cappy. Well, you start off with the Knight of Coins, money coming in, the Magician, the Ten of Coins. These are beautiful cards. This is money coming in. I know, and you know what you're doing, and now you're spending up some money. You're investing money. Ten of Coins is investment, often in real estate, but it's investing money, having money to invest. The King of Cups, the Five of Coins, and the Eight of Coins reversed. It also may be, Capricorn, that you're being asked to help somebody out, possibly a parent figure. You may have a partner that even as you're flying high, doing well, they're not. Okay? But the kings are usually fathers, spouses, brothers, a fatherly figure. Or you're two separate issues. Your success playing against someone else's financial failure. Five of Coins is bankruptcy. The Eight of Coins reversed is either being out of work or not being motivated by your work. And this is a good person, the King of Cups. It's a good person. This isn't someone that, like an ex-husband that was miserable to you and now you're watching them fail. This is a good person. And it looks as though they're struggling. It could be you're opening your home to them. It could be you're helping them out. I'll put one more card. Tower reversed. Or just like Scorpio, you're not getting involved. Just like Scorpio is like, I can't, I gotta sail above it. In this case, it's like, no, I'm not. I worked hard for this and I'm not giving it away. I'm not sharing it. I've worked too hard for this. And, it could be with the Eight of Coins reversed with the Five of Coins, someone really mismanaged their money. And it's like, I'm not bailing out this time. Okay, I'm not doing it this time. You learn this lesson. Okay, it's got nothing to do with not liking the person. It's nothing to do with being mean to the person. It's got to do with the fact that you're not the fairy godmother either. Okay? And no one's got a money tree in their backyard. So It doesn't grow on trees. If you work hard for it, again, maybe you'd rather invest it in something, and someone, is looking at you like, well, why are you spending all that money? Or why do you, it's like, because I worked hard for it. Okay. And now I'm going to spend some of it. And that's a terrible feeling when you can't talk about the things you're doing for yourself, or a trip you're planning, or a piece of real estate, because someone's like, I don't have enough money to take a trip. I don't have enough money. I'm like, well, then work harder. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to be insensitive. This is a family situation where it's just, no, I'm not bailing you out again. I'm not. Right? And I gotta say too, there's no pain involved in that, by the way. That there's no like, I feel guilty or I should. No, there's no guilt. Just be really clear. Okay? You got yourself into this mess, you can get yourself out of it. All right. And you can be a spiritual good person and still have boundaries like that, by the way. All right, you really can. Because you feed the birds in the feeder too long and they stop knowing how to forage for themselves. So it's really, really something that many of the empathic, kind, spiritual, oh, I just do it because someone has to. No, you don't. You don't. You want to do it, that's fine. But that hangman card, when it's reversed, is being a doormat, not being appreciated, being taken advantage of. It's one thing to do it for a higher good or for the family unit because everyone's working together. So you're going to delay this so we can all move forward together. That's fine. But if someone doesn't appreciate what you're doing for them, if someone is deliberately being destructive as you're trying to build something, or you've got a spouse that's spending money crazy on a credit card, even as you're trying to save for a house for the family, that ain't doing no good. You gotta put an end to that shit. You're not the savior here. You're the enabler. So that's something I hear all the time. Very frustrating. Being empathic doesn't mean you have to suffer, basically. All right, where am I at now? I'm at Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, we have the Page of Cups. We have the World. We have the Knight of Swords reversed, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Coins reversed, and the Queen of Swords reversed. What a weird set of cards. My goodness. It is like what I just said. Okay, what I just said about Capricorn, like I can't talk about the good things I'm doing because someone's going to say, "Oh, I don't have that," or "I don't get that." This is the difference, but it's emotional. This is like I'm so in love. My whole world is changing. I'm so happy. Two of Wands, a great partnership. I know exactly what I want. It's all good financially. Everything is great, but I can't say anything. The Knight of Swords reversed. Why? Because you've got this female right here, the Queen of Swords reversed, bitter, vindictive, manipulative, who's sitting there. This isn't going to work. That person that throws ice water on every dream. That pisses on your back and tells you it's raining. So you got one of these in your life, and very often it's like a mother figure. Could be a wife, it could be a female boss, but it's like you just got to keep it to yourself. You can't share your joy because this person will deliberately wreck it for you. And I just had a reading about that earlier today. This breakup that occurred, and the person was like, no one cares what you think, right? I don't know why you're bothering writing that. Nobody reads anything you do. And this is the same person who was, please don't leave me. I love you so much. You're so wonderful. Didn't get what they want. And now this nonsense comes out. So this is what I'm seeing here for Aquarius, this idea that things really are lining up. Things really are good. But for whatever reason, you feel like you can't talk about it because someone's going to just wreck it for you. That's too bad. And it could be like a mean ex-girlfriend. You have someone new and they're still hovering, and you just don't want them showing up on your social media or your YouTube blog or some stupid shit. Anyway, that's my thing with Aquarius. Aquarius You know what? Sometimes you got to keep it to yourself. Sometimes you just got to keep it to yourself and let it nourish and let it grow and just keep it under wraps for right now. You're not wrong to feel that way. And hopefully, whatever's going good, whether it's relationship, and it really does look like relationship, we'll understand I can't be quite so public with this just yet. We got to keep it to ourselves a little bit longer. Then it's all good. And lastly, Pisces. Pisces. Well, the first card up is the Ten of Cups, emotional happiness in the home. The Page of Wands, moving along, new prospects for creative. The Knights bring it in, the pages talk about it. So it's like saying, I have this great idea, and then the Knight of Wands says, and the idea is coming in front of you right now. Here's the opportunity. Here's the idea, it's a page, here's the opportunity. Page of Coins. Have this idea to make money, and the Knight of Coins, and here's the money. It's like that. So wonderful stuff. And then we see the Ace of Cups, best love card. I always say the signs standing next to each other, there's always similarities. The Page of Swords reversed. Don't talk about it. Okay? Keeping it to yourself, not talking about it. The Sun and the Ace of Swords. Now, you know what it is? You've got this great idea. Everything's lined up. It's all looking good. Just don't talk about it yet. It's not like the ink isn't dry yet. Okay, you're waiting for that last signature. You're waiting for that last thing. Oh, God, this reminds me of someone very dear to me, and works in a restaurant and goes to school, and it's just awful. It's an awful situation, and has opportunities to leave, has great opportunities, and I just don't say anything yet. Wait till you have a firm offer. Don't talk about it. Don't threaten to leave when you haven't got something to leave to. Don't threaten. Don't, just be mature, be an adult, wait. When it's all lined up, then hey, guess what? I'm out of here. And why? But this is all about success. It's all about forward. It's all about the good stuff. It's just, again, where Aquarius seems like it was more about relationship, this feels more like work home related. But God, it looks good. Really good stuff. Like everything's coming together, but just again, wait for that last word, the Ace of Swords, that last piece of the puzzle to drop into place, and then tell the world. Right? That's it. That's the reading. What a weird night. Thank you, Rosemary. I'm not mad at anybody. Leo Sunchild, thank you for that. Miss Nancy, I'm not sure what you were saying. What about to have surgery? If you want to send me a message in Messenger and let me know what you were talking about. If it was something personal that you were dealing with, let me know, and I'll toss a couple cards there. Thank you all for boosting. Thank you all for sharing, and thank you all for coming. And I apologize, whatever the hell that was, but I guess validated what I said about people being psychotic, because that was certainly strange. All right. Thank you. Have a great week. I do have a fair going on tomorrow. Like I said, I've got Christine and Sherry in the shop, and I believe I'll be able to do live videos in another 3 days. So lots of new merchandise, lots of new stuff. I'll do a live and show it to you. Okay? Thank you guys. Everyone behave. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.